Yeah, that's what going on with your girl. Like, your girl got. What going on, guys? This is your girl Breeze, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time since I've posted, did anything on YouTube. So I was like, you know what? I've had a secret I've been holding on to for a few years, but I think I'm ready to let the world know. So if you want to know what that secret is, keep watching. Alright, so boom, let's get right into it. So first I'm gonna give you guys my little backstory. I have been battling, if that's the word I should use. I have had alopecia for about 8 years now. And I don't think nobody knew. Maybe somebody had an inclination that my hair was like picky or something, but I don't think anybody really knew to the extent that I had alopecia. They just, I don't know what they thought, but my hair was never shown. I was always in a sew-in, a quick weave, a wig, you name it. So I mentioned that I had it for about 8 years. I noticed it first in 2013. It was my last year of college. It was a small patch in the dead center, like a small circle patch in the dead middle. I didn't have any patches anywhere else, so I was like, girl, you must have done pulled out your hair, rah, whatever. So I continued rocking my ponytails, kept doing my sew-ins, quick weaves, etc., etc. I should say that as a child, I think in first grade, I caught a hair fungus in elementary school. And at the time, I had, I guess, I'm going to say a decent amount of natural hair, some long natural hair. And my mom has always been a 9-to-5 worker. So she didn't have time. I actually had a cousin who caught a fungus around the same time, if not the exact same time. And her mom could wash her hair every day. My mom couldn't do that every morning because, you know, she's a 9-to-5 worker. So that was my first trip to the barbershop. I must have had a number 2 or number 3. I don't know. It was cut real low. And since having the hair fungus at a young age, I have legit had every hairstyle in the book. I've had jerry curls. I've had braided bobs, bang bobs. I've had it all because I had to start all over. But yeah, so in 2013, when I noticed a small patch, I was like, yo, don't worry about it. It's a little patch, it grow big. However, it didn't grow big. It wasn't growing big. It was getting bigger and bigger. At that time, I lived in New York, but I moved from New York to Florida in 2015. Let me say this. I didn't tell anybody about my patchy head. I didn't go to a doctor. I didn't tell a friend, mom, dad, brother, best friend. Nobody knew nothing. You just know Breeze was coming with a new hairstyle all the time, right? That's all you knew. So I moved to Florida in 2015, and I was working with my friend who is a loctician. And I want to say maybe in 2016 is when I actually showed her. I think I wanted her to braid my hair down for either a quick weave or a sew-in. And I went to her and I was like, girl, I need you to braid this, but I got some issues with my head. So don't laugh. Now, you know when you tell somebody don't laugh, they're going to laugh immediately or whatever. So I guess she thought I was joking. So I showed it to her. She didn't like fall on the floor laughing, but she did a little snicker, like, you know what I mean? Because I just told her don't laugh. So she looked at it and she was like, okay, cool. And she braided it for me. And I was like, let's say, I don't know, sometime in 2016. But later on in 2016, and at that time I had stopped. I was still perming the leave out area because I was still doing sew-ins. I was crazy. I was still doing sew-ins, glue-ins, so I was still perming the leave out area. Matter of fact, I think I was perming everything. I feel like that's one of the factors, one of the things that helped cause the alopecia, but we'll get into that. Yeah, so she braided it for me. So later on in 2016, I washed my hair, I guess one afternoon, and I still had like the conditioner in. So I decided to go ahead and cut the relaxed ends off because what's the purpose? Like, I'm not wearing the hair out. Like, it's not even, you know what I mean? It's not important. Don't care about none of that, right? So that was like later on in 2016. In December of 2016, beginning of 2017, I did go home for Christmas break, Christmas vacation or whatever, and I used my dad's clippers and I cut it down to like a number 1. So from the beginning of 2017 till now, I have been cutting my hair down to a number 1 on the clippers, letting it grow back, then cut it back down or whatever. So people would be asking me like, so how is your natural hair? Like, how is your hair underneath? I'd be like, oh, my hair is cut. So I would, sneak, give them a little peek in the back, lift the back up a little bit, and they would see that it's cut. And they'll be like, oh, okay, you got a little cut. And I would be like, yeah. I mean, that's the best thing I do. So now my wig's laying flat, because at this point, your girl is a wig queen. I'm giving you wigs in new colors, new cuts, new styles, curl patterns. I was giving it to you. Blonde, blue, pink, black, any color, mint, teal. I was giving you wigs. So I don't think anybody was really paying attention to the fact that they've never really seen my hair. Although I've had people ask me like, like, how's your hair underneath? And I'll be like, girl, don't worry about it. Ain't got nothing to see. I'm bald-headed. You know what I mean? I've been saying it for a minute. Like, my Facebook avatar, she bald-headed. My Snapchat little thing, she bald-headed. You know what I mean? Like, I've been slowly embracing it, but I really haven't been telling anybody per se that I'm bald-headed. We're going to fast forward to, I said 2018, 2019. I still haven't told any friends. At this point, only my friend in Florida knew, my parents, my sister, them people knew. So in 2020, we're in a quarantine or whatever, lockdown, clank, clank, we ain't going nowhere. I think I expressed it to the guy that I'm dating that I got hair issues, babe. Your girl is bald in the middle. And I be cutting my hair every now and again, but I still didn't show him a picture, and I still wouldn't comb my hair or like replace my wig in front of him. But I did tell him, and he was, he had encouraging words and stuff like that, like, don't worry about it, you're still a beautiful girl, rah, rah, rah. I want to believe he encouraged me to tell my friends. So maybe like a month or so later, a couple months, I'm not sure, but I told my best friend, expressed to them like, yeah, your girl got alopecia. I still didn't send him a picture of the bald spot. However, I sent them a picture of where I actually had hair, and they was like, wow, your hair is really thick. Ooh, you got a little curl pattern, rah, rah, rah. And I was like, man, I wish I could wear it out, guys, but I can't. And they'll be like, no, but you could do this style or you could do that style. And I'd be there like, no, sweetie. Because I've been seeing videos, with girls with alopecia still getting like, like braids in and stuff. And I'm like, I can't do it. Mine's a little big. I don't think it's gonna work like that. and they would just think like maybe I'm being dramatic because I still haven't shown them. And I have one friend, she was very persistent. I'm like, Breeze, when you gonna show us? When you gonna show us? And I'm like, yo, when I'm ready. So we're gonna fast forward now. So now actually I've told friends now. I've told my mom. Like, the important people know now that your girl is bald-headed in the middle, right? Still haven't seen it, but they know of the situation. 2021, and my friend, he came over, and I actually had him cut my hair for me that particular time when he came. I've never done that, so that was like a huge bonding moment or whatever. So I had him cut my hair for me or whatever, and this is the first time he actually saw it. And I was kind of nervous because he doesn't really judge me, but I was still nervous. I mean, like, you talking about years and years of pride, and like I'm embarrassed, damn near ashamed of my own head. Like, as a black woman, you want that. You want, even if your hair ain't long, you at least want some hair in your head so you can, you could do some stuff. So that whole thing, I don't think I cried, but I low-key was very emotional about it. I'm not even gonna hold you. So in him cutting my hair, he was like, yo, you should just get shaved. Like, you should go bald, like shave everything. And I was like, he's encouraging me to do it. Like, nah, you're gonna look bomb. He's like, you're already confident. You're gonna be even more confident. Like, what are they gonna tell you? Rah, rah. He boosted me up. So I'm listening, you know what I mean? Because shit, you can't tell me nothing, right? So if I could unlock that level of confidence where I could just step in the room with my bald head, girl, undefeated. You can't tell me nothing, right? I conquered the world. You can't embarrass me now because, like, hey, I'm outside, you check? So, with him telling me that, I did make inquiries with a barber to get my head shaved. I thought about doing it myself, but then I was like, girl, don't do that. Next thing you know, you irritate your scalp. Because I did, I remember one time I did cut my hair super, super low. And the day after that, my head was itching. It was on fire. It was growing back crazy. I don't even think I followed the grain, no grain. It was bad. So I was like, no, let me go to a barber. And I'm going to find a barber in a suite because, again, shame, pride. I don't want to just go into a barber shop, a traditional barber shop where, you know, people are going to be in and out. I wanted it to be a little more intimate. So I messaged a barber who works in one of the suites that I work in. And I set the appointment up and I went and I got it shaved. So then I posted a pic on Snapchat and I think I sent my friends some pictures. And I think a few people actually thought I was joking because from time to time I've used the bald head filter on Snapchat. So I guess they assumed I was joking as well. But no, it was real. It was real. Till I think even that weekend I was going out. Like after I got it shaved, the following weekend I was going out and this one guy was like, oh, I thought I was going to see the baldy tonight. And I was like, oop, too soon, sweetie. You're rushing it. Calm down. You know what I mean? So I did it. I mean, I liked it. I saw that I could actually pull it off. My head is tiny. You know what I mean? I don't got no goby in the back. It's, you know, pretty decent head for a bald head. Because ain't everybody, you know what I mean, could pull the ball, you know what I mean? All right, so I also went ahead. Oh, let me backtrack. When I finally told my friends that, you know, I had hair loss issues, they were preaching to me that, girl, dermatologist. Like, what you been waiting for? Why you ain't do it yet? Stop playing. You never know. Rah, rah, rah. So I eventually, and that was like all of 2020. Them girls is basically cursing me out like, you need to do that. I'm like, sure. And at the time, homegirl ain't had no insurance. So I was like, like I didn't really care. I was going to get around to it. That was another bill that I didn't feel like paying out of pocket for because it could have probably, I don't know how much it would have been. I just didn't feel like spending that kind of money for them to tell me what I already knew that, you know what I mean? So I made an appointment and I went in and for them to tell me the specific type of alopecia that I have. And I'm going to pull it up on my phone right quick. Hold on. I have what is called CCCA, which is centrifugal cicatricial. CCA. Yeah, that word is kind of crazy. It's very common. It's a very common cause of alopecia or hair loss in Black women. Hair loss from CCA occurs primarily in the central crown part of the scalp. The hair loss radiates outward in a centrifugal or circular pattern and is usually gradual, although some people experience a rapid progression of hair loss. CCCA causes destruction of the hair follicles and scarring, leading to permanent hair loss. So I already knew that I had a type of scarring alopecia because over the years I've tried, like, you know, any oil concoction, anything anybody brewed in the kitchen. Like I tried all kind of natural things, anything that was selling for hair regrowth. I did the wild growth oil. I did Jamaican castor oil. Right now I'm using a peppermint oil. I got a serum from some girl, 2 things in the bathroom. Like I've been trying things as of like the end of 2019 till current. I've been using stuff, trying to see what could work naturally before I go and have to like do something crazy in the doctor office. And to be honest, I don't really see no growth in where the alopecia actually is, but where the rest of my hair is super thick, it's flourishing, it's thriving, and it's a little annoying. So when I went to before I knew it was CCA, they did a biopsy of my scalp in the bald area to determine what type of alopecia, and that's how I found out it was CCCA. They did tell me I would have to come back to discuss treatment options. So I just did that on Tuesday. I had a recent barber visit on Monday, so that's how I got the clean shave. And I said, you know what, let me do the video now before it grows back out again and I look crazy. So at a doctor's appointment, I knew we were going to discuss options. He was like, yeah, so basically you're gonna need to do steroid shots. You're gonna also need to apply a topical ointment on your scalp in the evenings, and you wash it off in the morning, and you do that every night. You also need to take antibiotics for 3 months every day. I said, okay, cool. So in my mind, I was about to wrap it up. He was gonna send them prescriptions or whatever. So he mentioned the steroid shots, so I inquired about cost because, you know, ain't nothing free. You know, I got insurance now, so your girl would be balling out. And then I get insurance, so, you know what I mean? Let me ask. So he told me he would let me know he would go out to get the code or whatever, and he would come back. But he came back with 2 syringes, and he was ready to go. That doctor reminded me of the guy in New York who did all my piercings. Anytime I would go into that tattoo/piercing shop and be like, you know what? I think I want to pierce my ear. Oh, I think I want to pierce my back. Oh, I think I want to... Anything I decided I wanted, if I said it while I was in there, he already got the equipment out, like he ready to go. Same way as with the doctor. He came in 2 syringes full, ready to go. So I was like, oh, we doing that today? And he was like, I mean, let me know. I don't want to force you into anything. I feel like he low-key pressured me, but he didn't force me because I want to start as soon as possible to see like what kind of results I'm going to get. But anyway, he started to poking me, and I started crying. You know, and the whole time in my head, I'm like, yo, beauty is pain, but this right here is crazy. Like, I was bawling to the point, like, my face was wet. He was like, take your mask down so you can breathe. Oh, don't hold your breath, because I was holding it. And some places hurt more than others while he was doing the injections, because like I mentioned, I have scar and alopecia, so some places the tissue is, I guess, thicker in some areas. So it definitely hurt worse in some places than others. He tried his best to like calm me down. He was asking me questions, you know, and I was answering. Tried my best. He went through the 2 syringes, and he was like, I bet. He cleaned my head because I think it bled a little bit. Not like I didn't bleed out. But, you know, he was poking my head, so it bled a little bit. He cleaned my head off. He rubbed something on it, and he was like, all right, you good to go. Get the prescriptions. When you go up front, make your appointment for next month, and I'll see you next month. And I'm like, okay, cool. But I'm still crying. In the midst of all of that, I won't even say crying. I legit still bawling. Like, I couldn't catch myself. I was so hysterical, filled with all kind of emotions. It was just... I was like, Breeze, tug it out. You got this. So I came up front, you know, I made my payment, got my prescription, did the next appointment. I got in the car, and I broke down again. I called my mama. I called my mother, and I was crying. Like, not like I was really crying. And she was like, don't worry. And I was like, yeah, ma, I going home. I going home and take a nap. Like, my first appointment, they never responded to the confirmation. So I'm going to go ahead and take the nap. So I went home, took a little painkillers, took a nap. And, you know, I got up. It didn't hurt anymore or anything like that. I still have to pick up the 2 prescriptions because it wasn't ready when I called today. But, yeah, that's what's going on with your girl. Like, your girl got alopecia. And I feel like a weight has been lifted off of me because, I mean, for almost 8 years... I refuse to cry here today. But for almost 8 years, I have held this secret near and dear to my heart. Like, that's crazy. And like, a pride is a crazy thing for real now, because I refused for anybody to see that. So anytime it was a girls trip or we went away for carnival, I always made sure my hair was already done. Or if changes were going to be made to my hair throughout the trip, I did it when, let's say, people were sleeping, or, you know, somebody ran out, or either was in my mom's house, you know what I mean? Or, you know, you go in the bathroom, lock the doors, type of shit like that. Just because, like, And I don't know. I'm a very confident person, but I'm not even gonna hold you. That was like my number one insecurity. Although, you know, I want a little bit of hips, but no, all jokes aside, like my hair was like the number one insecurity. Like, you can't tell me nothing. I'm not a thick girl, none of that. But you can't tell me nothing when I walk into a room. Like like my energy alone. You know, I'm a vibe. I say that all the time. I'm a vibe, and people tell me that. Like, I can't help it, but like, ooh, that one little thing. Like, if people only knew, you know, that kind of way. So like, well, I just did my shave again on Monday, and I posted a video on Snapchat. And I got all kinds of reactions. I had a few people praying for me. I don't know. I guess they thought I was really like, I don't know if they think I'm going through something, if I was sick or whatever. But I had a few people praying for me. I had a few guys who are bald welcome me to the bald club. So like I said, like, I mean, discussing with my friends, and we always on jokes time. And I'm like telling them the type of response I'm getting. And I'm like, I mean, so far everybody really just being nice. And it was like, yeah, because suppose you're really going through something. They don't want to like bring you down, etc., etc. I was like, well, I don't know. They have a few people talking about they don't like it. And at the same time, I don't care if you don't like it, because you're not dealing with what I'm dealing with. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, maybe you're not bold enough to do it yet. Maybe you have an issue, and I might encourage you to just like step out. So yeah, that's what's going on for 2021. Bald-headed breeze. I am gonna still wear my wigs though. I'm gonna have to switch it up to closure wigs, being that I have to do this solution at night, every night, and rinse it off in the morning. It's gonna be kind of difficult to do with frontal wigs. I'm gonna still do my frontals. Like, if I'm going on like a little vacation or something, I'll probably miss a few days. But yeah, I still plan to do all my funky colors, my funky looks. If there's a trendy thing that I want to try, if I do try it, I'm not. Maybe I'll just take pictures and post. Bless the pig. That was gross. My bad. This video is very just raw and uncut. I'm not even like doing too much editing on this video. But I plan on doing maybe 1 or 2 makeup tutorials with my bald head. So I gotta, you know what I mean, make sure I got the shade first. I do have some foundation on my scalp because it is lighter than my face. So I didn't want to look crazy on the camera. I mean, you could kind of see that it's lighter, and all back here still has hair. So it isn't like completely bald there, but yeah, this is what your girl is giving. You know what I mean? This is what your girl is giving. Let me come close so you can see. And I found all kind of moles on my scalp now. I didn't even know I had moles on my scalp. I know I'm a moley person, but yeah, this is it. Anyways, I just want to thank you guys for tuning into my video today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you let me know how you guys feel about my video in the comment section, what videos you would like to see. You know what I mean? Because I know I've been gone for a while, but just a little leg, y'all know what's going on. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned. I'll be back with some more videos.